Today, we'll show you how to replace the electronic control on this Frigidaire dishwasher. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. There are many reasons why you'd be replacing electronic control. It could be no start, no wash, or no drain. To begin the repair, we must first remove the front panel. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. To begin, first, let's open the door. Now, one thing you are going to notice is that there are different size screws around the panel in order to remove or separate the front panel. Now, we do have to separate this in order to access the internal components. Now, to begin, we are going to take off the two bottom screws here. These are both Phillips. Be careful when you do this. I highly recommend take the bottom, move to the front, take one off while holding it, do that, and then we'll slide it off so that you can see what I'm doing. So, we'll start with the bottom one here. Do the other bottom one. Now, I am going to move to the front. We are going to do the other Phillips screw, but when I do it, I'm going to clamp this together with my hand. We'll set this Phillip to the side. I'm going to put my knee underneath it, and I'm going to take out the other one. Slowly clamp your hands on it and start to close the door. This will fall right off. Grab it, close the door, and set your panel to the side. Now that we have the bottom panel safely set to the side, we can start to remove the top panel. Now, as I said, the top panel has different size screws. They're all T20 Torx screws. So start on one side and start to remove them. Now when we start getting to this side, I'm going to use my side rested on here so that it can't flex. Now start to remove these ones. And again, keep your side there to keep the UI from flexing. It is just plastic. Okay, and then we will go ahead and remove the last one. And this is why I said to put your side underneath it so that it cannot flop down, because as you can see, it very easily drops down, and now we have access to our components. Now that we have the console removed, we have placed it on a protective surface, and we can start to remove the control board cover. Now this cover is placed on there so that the wiring from the UI as well as the control board does not get moisture on it. It's held on with two screws here. And then there's a plastic kind of latch at the top. So we'll take the screws out. And they're just small Phillips screws. Now, once we have these out, we can separate this clip at the top. Just start to push and pop it off. We can lift this up and gain access to the control board. Now that we have the plastic cover removed, let's start to remove the wiring here. It is also recommended to do a good visual inspection when you're doing this, as the control board has a seal going around it. A lot of times what I have found is moisture has gotten into the control board here, and sometimes you will find corrosion on some of the components. So do a good visual inspection while you are unplugging everything. Just remember that your red wire is in the back and black wire is in the front. We'll move these to the side. And now the whole console just freed up here. You have a couple of screws that are holding in the control board. I highly recommend using a hand screwdriver for these. Do not use a drill, as you're just going into plastic, so it's very easy to damage something. And we'll pull that one off. Gently pull out the control board and set it to the side. When installing your new control board, we will line it up. Make sure your seal is around appropriately. You do not want it to get moved, as that is one of the #1 reasons why these control boards go bad. Let's go ahead and reinstall the holding screws on here. We will reinstall the wiring. Oops. Put that on a little sideways there. And remember, this is the only one that can go backwards. Make sure you put the red in the terminal closest to the dishwasher, the black on the outside as it was previously. Now we can reinstall the cover. When reinstalling your control board cover, make sure that your actual harness here, sometimes the harness will go to the side. This is bad, as it presses up on the UI harness and cause it to get damaged, and also cause it to not seal. There's a designated area underneath it that's kind of slotted where it sits in there perfectly. So do the best you can to line it up there. When you're putting your cover on, just kind of hold it. We will go to the back actually and slide on your wiring here, but make sure you move this around so you can see it is in the slotted area. Push it down and clip it in the back. We're still good. It is pressed in on the seal all the way around. Just put our first screw on there. And our second one. Let's go ahead and tighten these up. Now we can reinstall the console. When reinstalling your console here, first we'll bring it up and we're just going to kind of place it in the area that it's supposed to be. It will go over the top lip here, so make sure it kind of goes over. Clamp it, hold on to it, have one screw attached to your drill, and just gently put it in just to hold it up there. Do not let go of your hand clamp until you at least install a second one. So we'll go over to the opposite side. There we go. Now go around the perimeter and reinstall the others. Now give it a close, make sure it seats okay. Now we can reinstall the bottom panel. When reinstalling your bottom panel, first make sure you have your bit inside as well as your screws ready to go, because when we do this, it is very easily for us to damage the bottom panel. So what we'll do is the panel itself has slotted areas on these kind of small metal slabs here, and it will slide into these hooks that are on the door. So We'll put it on there and slide up. Once I slide up, I'm going to grab it and clamp it, open the door, and start putting screws in. So first, we'll turn it around. I'm gonna look on both sides. Okay, we will line it up. Lined up on one side. Lined up on the other. Slide up. It will tuck underneath the UI. Use your fingers on the side to kind of open the door and keep it clamped so that the plate does not fall down. Keep it clamped on one side. We're just going to put in one screw. That's why I said make sure your stuff is ready. Now I'm going to get another screw on the drill. Come over to the other side. Do not let go. One side can fall. Put in the other one. Now we are safe to let go. Reinstall the two other screws. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.